Welcome back to another entry in my video diary, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Shall we see what's going on in Fawnhollow today? As is usual. Oh my god, the title theme in this game is so good. I've listened to it so many times now. Dun 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 da 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 da. I don't know, I can't sing, I'm sorry. That's probably turned away every single person who's been watching this video. But anyway, what we got going on today, Isabel? Why don't you let us know? Hello there, everyone. Right now in Fawnhollow, it's 4:19 PM on Friday, May 22nd, 2020. Now for today's announcements, we have a new friend on our island. Let's give a big Fawnhollow welcome to Rowan. Rowan, on behalf of your new island family, welcome aboard. Today we have a visitor staying at the campsite. I hope the entire island joins me in giving our guest a warm welcome. That's all for today. Have a fun day out there. Wow. We have two new visitors today to Fawnhollow. Of course, one being Rowan, who we invited at the end of last episode, just out of nowhere, my favourite choc villager randomly being on a Nook Mile Island and just blowing me away entirely. And a random campsite visitor. We'll see who it is as we pick up KK Scar. We'll open this up. And I feel like it's been a while since we got a new song or whatever. I mean, of course that happens as you collect more and more KK songs. You start seeing more and more repeats, and you're less likely to buy, or you're not going to buy the repeats if you're me, at least. So it's a very interesting song, KK Scar. I don't know. KK Slide, a very talented artist. We stand at artists who can do so many different genres so effectively. Something like that, right? That's how you stand, right? I know. If only I had KK Slider's talent. Unfortunately, I don't. That's one of the things. Well, I was gonna say one of the things I'm interested in music-wise, but I mean, I feel like a lot of people are interested in music. Music's one of those like universal things, which I'm not gonna say everyone because I don't want to generalize everything, but most people have like some sort of interest in or some appreciation of in some form or another. I suppose because maybe music encompasses such a wide array, I suppose, of different genres that it covers. What am I saying? But it's easy for someone to find some appeal in some sort of genre or some music or whatever. Like, obviously, it doesn't have to be the most mainstream pop music or whatever other genres are currently mainstream. Island Togetherness, what is this? Oh, we're talking to our neighbours every day. I can't believe it's taken that long, to be honest. Why don't we have a quick glance and see whoever's on staying at our campsite today. I believe it's actually got a higher probability of it being a smug villager because we don't have a smug villager currently in our island. So we'll see who it is. And maybe we'll want them to move in, I don't know. Yes, you can, before you ask. Move in. Who are you? I've never seen you before. Olaf? Hey, you're a local, right? My name's Olaf. Haha, that's how I laugh. I'll be here for a little while, laughing sometimes and fake crying other times. I have a life of a performer. I'm pretty sure you're a smug character. I've never seen you before, Olaf, so I hope you enjoy your stay at Fawnhollow. If you're a performer as well, you probably have a fine appreciation for music as well, don't you? Yeah, I mean, I should preface this. Preface? I don't know how you say this word. Preface this by saying I do have musical experience. I've played up to grade 8 in piano and grade 6 in violin. That was a long time ago when I was considerably younger, and I haven't played piano much since, despite the fact I've got a piano keyboard about a metre to my left. Or I suppose more like 3 feet. Wait. How many feet is in a metre? That's not right. Is it 3 feet? Yeah, it's 3 feet, right? One fits around 30 centimetres, right? Something like that. I don't know. Metric imperial units, whatever. Yeah, so I shouldn't act like, of course, I have no musical background or something already. It's just, I have musical background sitting dormant in my brain, which I don't remember most of it. I think is probably the bigger thing. Yeah, music, they often call it the universal language, don't they? It's, I think everyone can appreciate to some degree. And it's one of the things I do appreciate as well, although I feel like, I don't know. I feel like because when I was younger, I was considerably less motivated, I sort of just did it for doing it rather than, really appreciating what I'm doing it. Because, you're young, you're immature, you don't really get things. You don't realise in the future, you'll be like, man, I wish I did this when I was younger. You're like, haha, whatever, I want to play video games in my case, or whatever. Let me play Animal Crossing. you, whatever-year-old me I was when Wild World came out. How many years ago was that? I don't even know. So yeah, what was I saying? I completely forgot. Music appreciation. And it's something I should get back into, you know. It's one of those hobbies which I should just do again at some point, you know. I mean, it's not like I don't. I mean, when I'm off camera, I sing, like, all the time. Not well, mind you. I've never had any formal training of singing. Which is, honestly, something I would love to have one day, you know. Just take singing lessons just for the sake of it. And, like, not for any particular reason. I'm not going to look to become, like, a pro singer or anything like that. I just, you know, I like singing. I kind of want to know how to do it well, you know. That's how hobbies work, isn't it? That's not how you speak sentences. I can't speak at all, like, ever, apparently. But maybe I should take speaking lessons. No, that's how hobbies work, right? Like, you don't have to be interested in learning more about them only for the sake of becoming, say, professional or whatever equivalent have you in them. You can do it just for the interest of doing it, right? No need to feel any hesitation about it. I mean, of course, I can't do it right now, so I'll just continue singing to myself whenever. Can you self-teach yourself singing? I mean, probably. I'd imagine there's not many things you can't self-teach yourself. What is something you can't teach yourself? That's a good question. That sounds like something which would come up in a pub quiz. I don't know. You know, do you think Google's got an answer? What can you not teach yourself? Romans 2:21. It's a verse in the Bible. The Bible? I don't know. Oh, that was a Quora question. What can you not self-teach? What are some things that you cannot self-teach? While we give this thing to Audie. And as Quora loads, I don't even know if it's pronounced Quora. Is it the new Yahoo Answers? This first answer just seems to be some philosophical one. It seems to be life advice. If it's about educating yourself and seeking knowledge in particular section when there is nothing like you can't manage to do get it. I don't know. It's hard to believe you can self-teach anything. You always rely on experience. It's like a conversation about the outside world. Oh, this is in the philosophy section. Teaching. You can't self-teach yourself teaching. Can't you? I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it, this seems much more like a philosophy debate, which is kind of outside my wheelhouse. I'm not particularly well versed in philosophy or anything of that ilk. It's almost like the thing, like, now I'm thinking about it, it's like Mary's Room. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. I had a friend who was really into philosophy, and like when I was much younger, back in secondary school, high school for the Americans or non-British people, I suppose. I remember him telling me about this Mary's Room. It was something like, there's this girl Mary, and she grows up in a room where everything's like black and white. Now I don't know what that means, if like her hair is blonde or something. Maybe her hair's black, I guess. I've never really thought about it too much. Still, she basically has no exposure whatsoever to colour, but she knows everything about it. Knows everything about colour because she's given like books to read about colour. She understands how they work scientifically, different wavelengths, and how your eye perceives them because of the different cones inside of your eye, how they mix together, and blah 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 blah. And then the philosophical question is, something like, say that she gets exposed to the real world now. She steps outside of a black and white room and sees colour for the first time. Will she be able to like identify it as colour when she sees it? And you know, I'll be honest, the first time I heard that, I was like, yeah, of course. I mean, she's like read everything she can about it. Hello, CJ. There you are today. I was wondering who our visitor was going to be today. I was like, yeah, of course she's going to be able to do it. You know, let's continue this after we talk to CJ. CJ here, coming at you, well, it's more like standing by you, I guess, yak yak. Anyway, ever since I started doing my Sea Sports challenges, I've been training in a huge way. It's so sick. I actually think this is exactly the same dialogue as last time. So maybe let's carry on talking about Mary's Room then. So my first reaction was like, yeah, of course she'd be able to understand it. Like, or at least, 3 big time fish. Okay. She's like, I can't think and speak and read CJ at the same time. I'm sorry, CJ, you're just completely mind flooding me. Of course in my mind, of course she'd be able to recognize it, because that's like the whole thing. She studied so much about it, why wouldn't she be able to piece it together when she sees it for the first time? Or at least, that's what I thought. But you know, thinking about it more, would she? You know? It's sort of like, I mean, I suppose that's the whole point of a philosophical question, is the argument between experiencing something for yourself versus, rather than just like reading about it, whether you can truly gain all information about something just through, I suppose, words or dialect diction alone. I don't know. Still, I'll be honest, still part of me, like in my brain, part of me is still like, yeah, I think she could still do it, to be honest. Even though I know there's valid reasoning for she's not. I suppose that's just my own personal opinion, you know, isn't it? The real question becomes, like, what happens if you replace colour with something else, perhaps much more abstract? Would she still be able to do it? I don't know. I don't know. To be honest. That's the point of philosophical questions, you don't know. That's what makes them so exciting, isn't it? There's so many, like, different... It's like philosophy is like one of those things which is always interesting, I think, to spark discussion and conversations about. Like how music is a universal language for things. Maybe philosophy can be a universal topic of discussion. Anyway, let's say hi to Rowan. Yo dear, it's me. I moved to Fawnhollow just like I said I was gonna. I'm super pumped to get a new weight training buddy. I'll be unpacking stuff all day today, but we gotta start lifting soon. I'm not sure how much I can lift, Rowan, but sure. I can put the bench here, the kettlebells over there. Oh, I guess you heard that. I'm just flexing with brain muscles to map out my routine. I want this room to be perfect. Alright, I'll leave you to it, Rowan. We'll be back tomorrow and we'll see what sort of decorations you got around your house. And we can really see your tiger stripes going on. I don't know what that noise was. But, yeah, philosophy is like a universal topic, you know. You can talk to anyone about philosophy or, like, ask them some philosophical questions. You'll get thousands upon thousands, I'm sure, of different, interpretations and understandings and viewpoints on things. That's what makes it interesting, isn't it? The sort of discussions which don't lead to any, I suppose, antagonistic arguments, just lead to the sharing of your own opinion, sharing of different viewpoints, I suppose, and the general participation of everyone. So yeah. Actually, now I think about Mary's room thing, I feel like I read a thing ages ago where they had blind people who had their sight... Blind people from birth? Oh, hello, Vivian. I didn't even see you there. Dear. Have you ever heard one of those... Have you ever had one of those days when you say something all the time suddenly doesn't... When something you say all the time suddenly doesn't sound quite right? I was thinking I should try to come up with a clever new saying for myself. What do you think? Let's change it. I mean, you've already changed it once, that's why it's dear instead of piffle. Really? Well, you'll think of a good one for me then, right? And make sure it captures my chic essence. Why don't we say love? We'll turn her to more northern. Love, was it? It was. Love, if it's like a velvet glove. Good rhyme. You have great taste in words. I'll use this right away, love. Yep, she's now got a northern English accent rather than a received pronunciation. Canon. Not canon. I just thought love would be sweet, so there we go. What was I speaking about before? Oh yeah, it was a thing where people who are blind, I think from birth, I'm not sure how it works, because I'm not sure how like cornea transplants work. But anyway, they were blind from birth, or at least for a very long time, had their sight restored, but before they had their sight restored, they had like 3D objects explained to them. They were like given like a cube to hold and feel and touch, and then told, oh, this is a cube, this is how... Actually, I'm not sure if they explained how it works and stuff, but they were at least given a cube to hold and told it was a cube, and like a sphere, and I suppose like a tetrahedron maybe. And then once they had their sight restored, they showed them the shapes, like the cube and the sphere and the tetrahedron on the table in front of them, and they asked them, can you point out what was what based on what you felt? And apparently they couldn't. So there we go. Frog costume, Diana. What do you take me for? And yeah, apparently they couldn't identify the shapes from feel alone, from sight alone, based off the only information they had is touch. Now, that's interesting to me. I suppose because since I'm obviously so used to seeing things, I can obviously relate touch and sight much better than someone who obviously was blind from birth can, and thus to me it just seems bizarre that they wouldn't be able to do it. Like, of course my initial reaction again was, of course they can do it, like why wouldn't they be able to do it? But you know, it just shows how much we take for granted, I suppose, in some aspects, like sight and all that. I'll be honest, if I was to lose a sight, I think sight would be like, if I was to lose a sense, sight would definitely be the last one I'd like to lose. I know, obviously, I'm sorry, this is probably a much touchier subject for a lot of people, but some people don't get a choice and that sort of thing. And, you know, situations happen and people are on the unfortunate end of luck. And that, you know, just garners more respect. I feel like sight is just ends up being quite a pivotal part in human society. Not human society, I suppose in society is one that people... what I'm trying to say, I suppose, is we take sight for granted of how much we can do with it, and once it's taken away, then I'm not sure if I'd be very well suited for navigating my life without it, to be honest. I'm sure I'd probably be able to adapt to it, of course, and like get used to it, because that's what humans do, I suppose. But wow, it's just like, I'm just saying, I think I'd be really bad at it. Is basically what I tried to boil it down to. Who are we not giving a present to today? It is really hot. I need to open a window. I'm sorry. Oh, Eric. Hello, hello. Welcome to Nick's Granny. Hello, Eric. What is that? Oh, it's a folder. What am I doing? I was going to sell some things. The cool breeze of air just coming in is so relaxing. Not just extremely hot day. Oh, we haven't given out free presents. Oh, we haven't given someone to Axel either. Who else? Who else? Let's think who we've not given stuff to. Oh, again, it's because Vivian spoke with me and I didn't give her anything. Sorry, Tommy. What you got to say about that, Eric? Huh. It could be kind of neat having a pants press. A pants press, but it's got a suit on it. Oh, because the suit's not actually being pressed. I'm sorry, I've never seen a pants press in real life or ever used one, so... Come on, Eric, you don't need to be so... Oh, I could just buy this and then... He'll no longer be interested, right? I don't want to buy that ticket away from him. I'm going to buy it when he's not interested anymore. I'm also never going to use it, but still, you know, if I want to have something as luxurious as a pant press, why not? Pants press. Eric is so adorable when that kid's smug, I'm not going to lie. He's like a preschooler. I don't know why I call it preschooler, that's not what we call him in Britain. It's like he's in nursery. You have given me so many jester costumes, I swear, Eric. How many jester costumes do you have? Wow, we've only been 18 minutes. I'm getting so efficient at doing this flower stuff. Should we talk more about philosophy? I don't know why. Perhaps I shouldn't, because I'm not like an expert on these subjects. But you know what? I'm just going to plant that seed of idea in your mind rather than trying to fully flourish that flower, I suppose, you know? I'll plant that seed and you can go research it into yourself if it intrigues you more. Because I am definitely not an expert in it. You know what else is a very popular philosophical thought experiment, I guess? I'm not really sure what you'd call it. What's it called? Like the ship of Theseus? Something like that. Where the concept is you have a ship. I assume it's called the ship of Theseus. Otherwise it wouldn't be... The idea wouldn't be called that. And then like you replace like a wood paneling on it, and then you replace another wood paneling on it, and then you replace another wood paneling on it, and etc, etc. You basically replace the ship piece by piece by piece by piece until every single part of that ship has been replaced. And then is it the same ship, or is it still called the ship of Theseus or something? Wait, hold on. I should probably look this up before I just randomly save it. Ship of Theseus. Oh, here we go. It's a thought experiment that raises the question of whether an object that has had all of its components replaced remains fundamentally the same object. Replacer wouldn't have been after a century or so. Everything has been replaced. The question is if a restored ship is still the same object as the original. That's what I'm saying. But just like, you know, they said it like way better than I did. What am I doing? What should we do? Why don't we make some paths? More paths. Lay down. Like, why have we not got some paths down? Which is easy to put down some paths. We'll go back to Ship of Theseus stuff in a bit. Oh, there's the other fossil. I wondered where you were. That's not a fossil. It's also after 4 PM, so we can't go fishing for the better of a rainbow fish that I'm still missing. And I'm telling you, by the way, I also still have not seen a scorpion, despite the fact I've been online almost every day after 7 PM. It's crazy. I guess it's just super rare right now. Anyway, I suppose we could make a path here and have it go up here. Or we can make a path from the left over here to the museum. That seems reasonable. We could have it here. And go up like this, maybe? Or we could have it just go straight across. I don't know why we need it to turn, to be honest. Where's the midpoint of this? We got... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's a midpoint. Bury this hole. Can we just have it go straight across here? I guess we could. Might look a bit weird though. I suppose the alternative is we could have it in a corner here. Have it go straight across like this. To here. That's going to look weird because it's going to be offset by this one by 1. So we could have this here and then have it go up and then turn right. But that just seems pointless. Why would we not just have it go straight across like this? So much deliberation. I think we'll just have it go straight across like this. So let's dig up this and move all these flowers out of the way as we go back and talk about Ship of Theseus. So yeah, the idea is if you replace all the parts of the Ship of Theseus, is it still the same ship? Is this new ship, quote quote, still the Ship of Theseus, I suppose? The same as the old ship, despite the fact all the parts have been replaced. I don't know what the answer is to that. I don't know if these 4 experiments even have answers, to be honest. I assume, in essence, they don't. That's a kind of their point. You're just kind of there to make you think. It's like... I kind of want to say it's like the same, but also different, if that makes sense. Maybe this Wikipedia thing has proposed resolutions. It does have proposed resolutions, because I read the title. There's no identity over time. This was introduced by Heraclitus, who attempted to solve a paradox by introducing the idea of a river where water replenishes it. So I'm just trying to line myself up with this flower. Upon those who step into the same rivers, different and again different water flows. What? My brain is too small to understand this. So I think what this is saying is that it never was the Ship of Theseus. Oh, I see, because it's like a river flowing and water's constantly replacing it. It's like the Ship of Theseus's parts being replaced every time. I see. I think. Maybe I don't. I think I'm too stupid for this. Maybe I shouldn't have started deciding to talk about philosophy in one of these episodes. Poor choice, to be honest. I'm sorry, Lily. You took that like a champ, though, you know. No reaction. Just a tree falling on top of your head. Stone cold, Lily. Stone cold. Do we need to move this flower? No, we don't. I think. Alright, we good. We good. Let's make this path then. Might be a bit difficult with Lily standing right there, but we can do it. Apparently, Plutarch disputed Heraclitus' claim about stepping twice into the same river, citing that it cannot be done because it scatters again and again comes together and approaches and recedes. I don't understand. I'm too dumb for this. Let's just put down custom design paths. I can do that. That's simples. While Lily is over there researching that flower, I assume. What do we do it like this? That should look good. I'll put another... No, I didn't want that. I wanted the big rock. You put down the big rocks first, you know, so then you can see where the smaller rocks go, such that you don't have too many big rocks next to each other. At least that's how I do things. That should be an okay amount. Oh, she's watering it. She's gone straight back to studying. Oh no, she's studying that one now. Ha-cha-cha-cha-cha. 4-dimensionalism. Whoa, that's the next that's the next proposed resolution. Ted Sider and others have proposed that considering objects to extend across time as 4-dimensional casual series of 3-dimensional time slices could solve a hypothesis problem, because in taking such an approach, all 4-dimensional objects remain numerically identical to themselves while allowing identical time slices to differ from each other. Okay, I actually follow this one. The aforementioned river, therefore, comprises different 3-dimensional time slices of itself while remaining numerically identical to itself across time. One can never step in the same river time slice twice, but one can step in the same 4-dimensional river twice. Okay, so it's treating objects rather than just a physical being on 3D spaces, also considering how they are in the 4th dimension, or a 4th dimension of time. I'm sorry, Lily, I didn't mean to push you so rudely like that. So it's like each object, if you... Oh man, I don't think Wikipedia can explain it better than I can, to be honest, but... I get that. It's basically like at each point in time, it's a different 3D representation of itself, I suppose. But if you consider it in 4D time, the whole thing as a 4D object, it's still the same. Actually, I kind of like that resolution. No need to read the others, of course. Cognitive science and gradual loss of identity. Oh, see, the gradual loss of identity, just from the heading alone, that seems like the thing I was thinking about before. Or at least my personal view on it before. Was it slowly and slowly became less of itself, until eventually it was no more. Why don't we put a path down here from this bridge to Nook's Cranny? Or we won't, as the shovel breaks, I suppose. Nowadays I'm much too lazy to craft the tools anymore. I just buy them from next time. I say nowadays, I mean it's only something I've started doing very, very recently with my watering can, so that's what we'll be doing right now. We'll buy an outdoorsy shovel, because it's just faster, you know. I don't have to make 2 different shovels or run to my workbench. If I'm right by Nook's Cranny, just do it. It's right there. And another thing I learned though is apparently customizing your tools like extends their life or something like that. Like if you take the time to customize your watering can, it like resets its durability or something, which is honestly just the most bizarre thing I've ever heard, but sure. Not bizarre as in like you're wrong. I mean bizarre as in why is that a thing? Like that doesn't make sense to me. I feel like that's not how it should work, but I'm pretty thankful, I guess, that it does work like that. It's not a bad way for it to work in by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually pretty convenient, to be honest. No, I don't want it like that. I'm just trying to think how to do this corner here. It's a very tight corner. Is that only space of 1? There's only space of 1. So I don't know if I want to put the turning piece there, or I want to put it just above that red hyacinth. And by putting that down, I think I'm going to put it above a red hyacinth rather than putting it where I put this block. Because I think if I put it down where this block is, the corner would be far too small. It'd be absolutely teensy wincy. But now it's a little bit bigger. I suppose I could. Didn't mean to do that. I could try replacing this one with the other corner piece. See what that looks like. That looks okay. I think it might look better like that. Let's keep it like that then. And we don't have much time to do anything else, to be honest. I suppose we have I wanted to have a quick look at my other paths and see if I did the corners correctly, because I actually can't remember what I've done for some of my previous ones. Oh, hello. What's up, Roscoe? I'm in a good mood just now, so I think I might share a reaction of mine that's a particular favourite. So you got a flash of inspiration. Oh yeah, I just got some good ideas. So what do you think? Like that one? It's an oldie but a goodie. Try it out. Thank you, Roscoe. And you know what, that just inspired me and gave me the idea to do? Probably round up this episode because I've run out of things to talk about and it's been about half an hour. So we've had a nice new path in from the town hall to the museum. Sooner or later we'll have this entire town pathed out. But until then, if you have been watching, thank you very much. This has been Animal Crossing New Horizon, and I've been Dear Darling. I hope we can see each other again, but for now it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.